Imagine growing up always trying to fit into shapes that were never really yours. From childhood, we learn to trim our words, restrain our instincts, and second-guess our own desires, all for fear of disapproval. We trade pieces of ourselves for acceptance, shrinking to meet the expectations of others, and gradually drifting further from who we truly are. The constant urge to please becomes a silent companion. It makes us put on masks, play roles, and believe that our worth is measured by someone else's applause. But does this endless quest for approval really take us anywhere? Or does it just trap us in anxiety and dissatisfaction? If you've ever felt trapped in this cycle, pause and share your story in the comments right now. Your voice might help someone who is still hiding behind their own mask. And if you value deep, honest conversations like this, subscribe to Archenoisis so we can walk this journey together. The truth is, as we try to please everyone, we lose important pieces of ourselves. We become strangers in our own story, constantly indebted to external expectations. The more we try to fit in, the more we feel one step behind, never truly satisfying anyone, not even ourselves. At some point, the soul begins to yearn for space, for authenticity, for the freedom to exist without apology. That's where the first spark of letting go is born. Realizing that living for applause is a never-ending journey that leads nowhere. When we finally question this, a new path opens. What if I stopped forcing myself to fit into other people's molds? What if I allowed myself to just be? No filters, no fear. The search for acceptance can feel like a maze with no exit. Michel de Montaigne, observing human nature, saw how the desire to be accepted transforms existence into a collection of silent compromises. We let go of opinions, hide parts of our personality, and abandon both small and big dreams just to fit in spaces that never belong to us. The price of belonging is often the loss of our own truth. Montaigne showed another way, radical authenticity. Instead of living as prisoners of others' approval, he invited us to become intimate with our own core. This isn't arrogance. It's the humility to accept our limits, the courage to own our imperfections, and the boldness to make real choices. When you stop searching for validation everywhere, you finally find acceptance within yourself. If this reflection resonates, hit the like button. It helps the channel grow and lets me know these ideas matter to you. We grow up believing happiness means controlling every detail. We plan, organize, anticipate responses, try to foresee every feeling. This culture of control promises safety, but mostly breeds anxiety and frustration. Montaigne, reflecting on his own failures and surprises, realized total control is an illusion. He lived through unexpected tragedies and abrupt changes. It was there, in the heart of the unpredictable, that he learned to embrace uncertainty. A near-fatal accident didn't make him paranoid. Instead, it gave him peace with the unknown. Much of our suffering comes from trying to master what is always slipping away: the future, others' opinions, the course of relationships. Accepting that chance is part of existence. We learn to live lighter. We make plans, but also learn to dance with the unexpected and welcome what we never planned. Letting go isn't giving up. It's making room for possibility. Instead of wasting energy predicting what can't be known, we invest in presence, creativity, and openness. Letting go of control is learning to trust the flow of experience and to find freedom where we once felt tension. At the heart of Montaigne's philosophy is a disarming truth. We are not machines, we are humans. Imperfect, contradictory, always changing. The drive for perfection, never failing, never disappointing, always getting it right, is a heavy, pointless burden. By embracing his flaws, Montaigne found the door to inner freedom. He wrote about his mistakes without shame, admitted his vanity, confessed his doubts. This radical honesty made him more human and, paradoxically, more universal. Authenticity is born in the sincere encounter with our flaws. When we stop fighting our mistakes and start seeing them as part of the journey, we become more compassionate with ourselves and with others. Pause for a moment. What would your life be like if you stopped judging yourself so harshly? If you've ever found unexpected freedom in accepting your own imperfections, share that story below. It can inspire more people than you imagine. The endless quest for approval is a subtle poison. When we rely on the eyes of others to validate our choices, we become slaves to shifting, often unreachable expectations. Montaigne realized that when we let go of this constant desire to please, a rare kind of lightness emerges. Suddenly, decisions become less burdensome, relationships more honest, and life more quietly authentic. This lightness isn't indifference or neglect. It comes from a deep self-acceptance that lets us be whole with others without begging for their applause. When we have nothing to prove, we can be generous without fear, loving without dependence, authentic without arrogance. If you want to keep receiving honest, thought-provoking content, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell. And if you know someone who's trapped by the need for approval, share this video. They might need it more than you know. Letting go is not about building walls or turning cold. It's about clarity. It's knowing what deserves your energy and what simply drains it. Montaigne understood this paradox. The tighter we cling to expectations and ideals, the heavier life becomes. The moment we loosen our grip, we discover a rare peace. He didn't preach giving up, but taught us to act with dedication and detachment at the same time, to love without clinging, to strive without being a slave to results. Montaigne's own life was marked by failures and losses, and it was there that he found the lightness of embracing imperfection. There comes a moment when we simply get tired of carrying unnecessary weights, the obsession with control, the fear of judgment, the duty to please. Montaigne experienced this sacred exhaustion and made it the source of a new kind of presence. He invites us to trade the struggle to hold on for the courage to trust the flow of life. Letting go is not resignation, it's an active embrace of acceptance. It's stopping the fight against reality and beginning to dance with it. In this dance, an unexpected peace appears, a clarity to act with more truth and a readiness to welcome the new. Before we close, ask yourself, what are you ready to let go of? Which burden are you willing to set down from today on? Share your answer in the comments, and if this message spoke to your heart, send this video to someone who needs to hear it. When you let go, life finally begins to flow in ways you never imagined.